Jane, congrats on getting first idea. How are you? You can't hear? Understandable. Aren't you on a plane? Aren't you on a plane? Oh, you're at an airport. Okay, so you're not on the plane yet. I don't know what I'm saying. You can't hear me. um, I hope you guys had a good weekend. It's good to see you all. So I don't remember if I talked about it earlier, but if you've been following us here for really the amount of time, I guess, you'd know that I played or collected Metazoo. I don't really, well, I have some packs over here to open next week, but we've talked about it like extensively many times on ASMR streams. And so January, the company that made Metazoo shut down. But what was weird was they had no filing for bankruptcy in January. And like last week or 2 weeks ago, we got they did finally file. They finally filed for bankruptcy, Chapter 7. So I guess it's not bad enough for Chapter 11. I'm not a big lawyer law person, but from what I remember, Chapter 7 means that they're hoping to pay off the debt or something. I don't know. But they did file for Chapter 7, and then they had the guy in charge of the distribution company had like this big Metazoo auction. If you don't know what Metazoo is, it's a trading card game based on cryptids, that kind of stuff. Mothman, Bigfoot, Babe the Big Blue Ox, Santa Claus. And yeah, it was on a Kickstarter. It raised like 18 grand. This was like 2019, right before the pandemic, and then it like exploded. First edition boxes were going for over $1,000 in some cases, and then it fell off. It did. Apparently, this. Oh, I forgot to put my. Sorry, I forgot to put this on. Sorry, something was missing. Sorry. There we go. Sorry about that. But apparently, they printed like 100,000 boxes of their third set, their third main set. It's like 100,000 boxes, which is probably fine. Like Pokemon could probably definitely get away with 100,000 boxes. But like Mezu just did not have the audience to take in those 100,000 boxes. All this stuff. It was like if you were into Mezu or curious about Mezu at the time, and you wanted to like see how the game played, like you could not find gameplay videos on YouTube at all. There was like a channel that uploaded gameplay like every week. The Meta Bros, they're pretty cool guys. I think I like their stuff. And they'd post game like 30 to like an hour-long video of just them playing the game like every week, and they'd go over strategies and stuff. They're two brothers, I think. Well, Meta Bros, that makes sense. But they talk about strategies and stuff, which was like really cool because I wanted to play the game. I didn't care about flipping product at all. But yeah, they just did not have the amount of players necessary Most talk about MetaZoo was as an investment, not as a game. And even the game, like I played it with my brother a couple of days ago after, because he asked me to play chess, and I told him we could play chess if we played MetaZoo afterwards, because we tried playing it a couple of weeks ago. Excuse me, sorry. And we never got to finish that game, so we played it again. And we used themed decks. And the game is super swingy. And like there's not, like my deck didn't had removal, but it had removal for creatures with flying, but like all the creatures in my deck except for like 3 have flying, so I would be nuking my own board. So I don't know why they put that card in the deck. It seems kind of weird. So I was playing a lightning deck with like thunder gods or something, thunder god bird creatures, and another god of lightning or something, and some smaller creatures. And my brother was playing a alien deck, a cosmic deck. As the color of the aliens is lime green cosmic. And he absolutely beat me up. It was my own fault, of course. I had the only 2 copies of the card that wipes the board of flying creatures. They were the only cards in my hand. So I was like, well, whatever. I didn't want the game to end, and I wasn't. Anyway, I'd used that, and I nuked my board. He didn't have any flying guys. And then he had grays, like the classic little gray aliens with like big heads. Those guys, you drop up to like a 1-drop, and then you flip the top card of your deck, and if it's a gray, then you can just summon it for free, and you just do that till you're out of grays, or you don't flip up a gray. And then he like flooded his board with grays, and then it was just over. So the game is pretty swingy, at least with the decks we played. I had other removal, but I didn't draw it. It only did 25 damage, and all of his guys had over 25 health. Yeah. I think the game is fun, but it's super, super swingy. Like, it's super easy for someone to just get super far ahead, and then you can't do anything. I guess that happens in Magic, too. I suppose. I guess it's not just a thing about MetaZoo, but yeah, sorry, ramble. Didn't mean to go on that long of a rant. I apologize. Sorry about that. I guess I'm just talking about the ads are going. Yeah. So we got the news a couple weeks ago that they did finally file for bankruptcy. So I'm very curious to see what's going to ultimately happen to MetaZoo as an IP and the people that made it. Like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Because people, when it was initially announced that they were shutting down, people were like, oh, Bandai's going to buy MetaZoo, and then they'll make MetaZoo. But Bandai is busy with One Piece and Digimon. Maybe that was in the talks at one point to be purchased, but like MetaZoo is kind of like a toxic name now in the TCG space. Like, it's, excuse me, real bad, and they owe a lot of money to a lot of people. Like on the bankruptcy reporter filing or whatever, it lists who they owe money to, and on that list is Marvel for some reason. I don't know if they were working on like a Marvel set with like Iron Man and Hulk and stuff. That would have been interesting. But they still owe money to Sanrio because they did the Kuromi set. Kuromi and My Melody set. Hello Kitty I don't think is on the card. It's just My Melody and Kuromi. They probably couldn't afford Probably couldn't afford Hello Kitty. Um, but yeah, I guess they still didn't get their money back from that crossover with Chromie, which um, really sucks. They were probably banking on that saving the company, I imagine. So to me, it feels like they would um, they released a product, and then they would put out pre-orders for the next product and use the pre-order money for that product to pay off the printing costs and distribution of the previous product as this never-ending cycle to try and get ahead. Um, I feel like that is it's not unlikely to be what was happening. Um, but also, they did the Chromie set uh, last year. Um, and last year we were supposed to get like 3 other sets. Um, see you next month. Chang did it. Chang got the 100 stream streak. Um, uh, so, yeah, I don't even know how they got the license. How they convinced Sanrio to let them do it. Well, maybe I guess Sanrio just collabs with everybody. I don't know. I mean, they're like the third or second highest grossing franchise ever. Behind, I know Pokemon's number 1. But I can't remember if I'm pretty sure Hello Kitty's number 2. I don't know if Star Wars has overtaken Hello Kitty at this point. But it's definitely top 3 for sure. Which is really impressive that they managed to negotiate that at all, for sure. But last year they released this roadmap. We were supposed to get um, uh, animated shorts, the online game client, which would have been great. It's on Steam, but it's not out. You can add it to your wish list. I doubt it'll ever release. If it ever releases, it'd be a miracle. And we were going to get a set that would advance the plot of the story that was going on. They released like visual novels or like little comic book like thingies, with interspersed with like illustrations. Not quite a storybook, but like in between a storybook and a manga, I guess. I don't know what it's called. Illustrated? No, I don't know. I don't know if they did super well. But yeah, Mizu had a plot. And the set War, or like it was War. I think the set was called War. And it was going to advance like the plot and the world in a big way. It was going to be this big deal. And then the other set was Legacy. That was going to do like a bunch of new reprints of other older cards or something like that. I don't remember. And then they were going to do an SCP set, which actually looked really cool because they had pre-orders out for all this stuff. And they had a set. They had like artwork for a lot of them. But I doubt we'll ever see these cards ever. Maybe they printed like samples or whatever, but I doubt those will ever see the light of day. If they do, that'd be pretty cool. I don't think I'd ever own one. But an SCP set sounds really cool. 173, the immortal crocodile thing. Yeah, the plague doctor. There's a lot of cool SCPs that could make some interesting card mechanics and stuff like. Yeah, it would have been really cool. And that's all that stuff was out for pre-order, and I don't even know if people got people were refunded for those at all. I have no idea. But they had like images for the pre-order, so they had like at least mock-ups of all these products. But once they did like the Chromie set, they were like, "Hey guys, We have to push all this stuff back indefinitely. We have to get this Sanrio set out on a deadline, probably because Sanrio was like, hey, we need this stuff out at this time, so we can do all this stuff with our distributor, all this stuff. So Medizu was like, oh no. And I'm sure Sanrio was pretty particular about the artwork on their cards, because a lot of cards have Kuromi with a cryptid. Like there's a card with Kuromi and a Chibi Iowa dragon. I'm sure Sanrio was pretty particular about all these artworks too, so they might. I wouldn't be surprised if every art card had to go through many redraws and stuff. I'm sure it was very difficult to get that set out. And the sad thing is, the set didn't even sell that well. Maybe it did. I don't know. Maybe for Medizu it sold well. But hi, Foxtrot. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, dear. How are you? How are you, Foxtrot? I'm just rambling about Medizu. You're doing fine, thank you. Oh, I'm glad you're doing fine. I'm glad. And yeah, so there was this whole big debacle over the Kuromi's Cryptid Carnival set. That's the name of the set, Kuromi's Cryptid Carnival. And they released this 2 booster box set with like 3 promos as a pre-order for like $350. It's either $350 or $300. And usually, I guess if you pre-order something, you get a few bucks off the box. So people pre-ordered it, probably thinking going to flip it or whatever. I don't know. It seems what most people tried to do with Medizu anyway. Doesn't seem like a lot of people played it. And then the day the product released, so eBay bought TCG Player, right? So TCG Player is a subsidiary of eBay now. Hi, the Gamers 590. Thank you for the water. Thank you. How are you, dear? Hope you're doing all right. And so they released the product on TCG Player, and it was immediately slashed, or like a week after it released, pretty soon after. I don't know if it was a matter of days or weeks, but pretty soon after this 2 booster boxed set released, TCG Player slashed the price in half to $150. And people got pissed because they pre-ordered it for like $300, and now like a week after they bought it, it's slashed to $150, probably because it was just not moving at all. And either Medizu or TCG Player or the people that were storing it in a warehouse were like, hey, this stuff is not moving. It takes up a lot of space. We got to get rid of this stuff. So they slashed the price to $150. It's probably sold out now. But yeah, it was this huge debacle, and people were really upset. Anyway, the company's dead. I talk about Medizu a lot. I feel like I repeat myself every time. But hi, Nabi Tara. Hi, Nabi. I hope you're doing alright. Thank you for being here. How are you, dear? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing alright. Did you guys eat something yummy today? I had Chef Boyardee ravioli because I need something quick, and I guess it sounded good. And then for dinner I had hot dogs. I was under the impression we had 2 hot dog buns left, but no, we only had 1. Luckily, the 2 hot dogs I had already put on the pan before I checked to see how many buns we had left. They both fit on 1 bun, so I had that and some carrots. Yeah, carrots. I have some baby carrots with some ranch as a side to the hot dog. Man, it's really annoying that they don't sell packages of buns and hot dogs in the same number. Well, in a perfect world, that would be the case, right? In a perfect world, that would be the case. But oh well. Oh well. Have more buns than dogs, so you need to get more dogs, but then you don't have enough buns. Yeah. Well, my mom had gotten hot dogs because they were a good price, but we didn't have buns, and so they went on a trip to Sam's Club. They bought buns, but then they bought more hot dogs, so um, we have a lot of hot dogs right now. Like a lot of hot dogs, which is fine. I like hot dogs, and they're not bad hot dogs. I think they're Nathan's. I'm pretty sure they might be Oscar Mayer. I don't know. Let's see. No, they're not Nathan's. They're not Nathan's. They're not Nathan's. Hot dog brands. They're none of those. They're not Ballpark. What are they? What does that say? Oscar? Are they Oscar Mayer? Yeah, they're Oscar Mayer hot dogs. I'm pretty sure they're Oscar Mayer. Locked in the cycle of samsara. Yep, they're Oscar Mayer. They're Oscar Mayer hot dogs. Yep, that's the brand, and they don't taste bad. They do not. I really it's probably like ridiculous, but I really like hot dogs with the cheese and like the cheese in the sausage. Those are really good, especially if they've also got like jalapeno chunks in it or whatever. Really good eats. Probably not very good for you, but they taste good. For sure, for sure. He used to eat so many hot dogs they had to get low nitrate ones. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I ever ate something. Well, I can't say that. But, um, yeah, I was never that crazy about hot dogs. When I was little, one of my favorite things was um, if your mom loved you, she would cut up your hot dog for you to make it look like an octopus. And that was like the best thing ever. I loved that so much. But my mom did not like doing it. So it wasn't like the hot dog man thing where you put in the press and then it like makes incisions and then you like put in the microwave or boil it and the arms and legs fold out. My mom just cut it with a knife, I'm pretty sure, to make it look like an octopus. It was like my favorite thing ever. I loved it. It was just a hot dog in the microwave and some ketchup. It was like one of my favorite things ever. It was always a good day when I got an octopus hot dog. It was awesome. I also really liked tuna sandwiches. I still like tuna sandwiches. But even better than a tuna sandwich is a ham sandwich. So, when I was little, like sub 5 years old, probably, my grandma would make tuna sandwiches for me. We would just put the can in a bowl and mix it with some mayonnaise, nothing fancy, and then put it on some bread. And I imagine I was a picky eater when I was little. I imagine. So it was. I liked it, and so one time I asked my grandma if I can have a tuna sandwich, or if she was doing something else with cans of ham. It's like, oh, is that a tuna sandwich? No, I'm pretty sure it was that I asked for a tuna sandwich, and my grandma was like, well, we don't have any tuna. We have ham though. Is that okay? We can try that. I was like, okay. And it was like the best thing ever. It tastes so good. It tastes so good. Um, it's one of my favorite things. I just wish canned ham wasn't so expensive. Um, it's so good. um, so, um, uh, if you want, there's a case of canned ham on my throne. It's on the second page of the wish list. It's expensive. Don't get it. But if you do, I will be eternally grateful. You love those sandwiches so much, and it fills you up for like the whole day or half a day. It's just a can of ham and some mayo and some bread. I lately, last few times I've had it, I've toasted the bread because it holds up better. Um, and I think it just tastes better with toasted because then it's warm. Because otherwise it's just cold because you get the mayo out of the fridge and the ham out of the can. So you gotta toast it. You have to toast it. It's way better toasted. I tried putting like relish or cutting up pickles and putting it in there too with the mayo and the ham. It was not good. It was not good. Just stick with the ham and mayo. Yeah, I haven't had it in a while. This stuff's expensive. Expensive. That was when you're like 5 or 6. Yeah. Yeah. When my little sister was little, my youngest sister, she's not little anymore, I guess. um, but when she was like a toddler, she would just drink apple juice all the time. She wouldn't drink water or anything like that. She would just drink apple juice. Just apple juice. And it was fine. And then we took her to the dentist or something. And then they're like, yeah, her teeth are rotting out of her head. Because she was drinking too much apple juice. She'd only drink apple juice. So we switched her from apple juice. We weaned her off apple juice and on to milk. Now she just drinks Dr. Pepper, but we weaned her off apple juice and then switched her on to milk. Because milk's probably way better for you than just straight apple juice all the time, I imagine. But yeah, we got lots of thanks to that we got a few like Wii games through cross promotion and like books and stuff. Single wrapped slices of American cheese. I would eat. That was one of my snacks when I was little. I'd just go grab a Kraft single out of the fridge and eat it. It was like my favorite. It wasn't my favorite thing, but if I wanted a snack, I'd just go grab a slice of Kraft single slice. And I'd like fold it up. And like I put like the whole thing in there, or I'd fold it in half, and then just like eat it. I don't do that anymore. It doesn't really. Like I put some Kraft singles on the sandwiches I made a couple weeks ago, and it was not as good. It's just provolone. We get provolone slices if we get sandwich stuff. And like I had McDonald's. My mom was craving McDonald's last month or something like that, weeks ago, and I got a double patty or whatever, and it did not taste very good. I'm pretty sure it's the cheese McDonald's uses, but I do not like that cheese. I do not. It is not good. It's worse than the Kraft sing. I don't know if it is Kraft singles or what, but it did not taste good. Other than that, it was fine. Yeah, I don't really crave McDonald's at all. Mwah. 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 Sorry, I've just been talking for 30 minutes. I'm sorry. Sorry. It happens all the time. Like, yeah. I get it from my dad, for sure. I get it from my dad. Um, yeah, I get it from my dad. My dad does the same thing. He'll just get sidetracked all the time. All the time. Well, not all the time, but you know, we get excited about talking about something, right? And then you just start talking about it, and then you don't stop. You till you're out of breath. Um, my dad got into like how high-powered Nerf, high-performance dart guns, a couple months ago. Um, and he was showing me this stuff, like the website that he bought it from. Sometimes you talk till your tongue feels numb. Oh no, you need to drink some water, Foxtrot. Oh my goodness. And then yeah, because I do the same thing with a multitude of things. I just did it with Metazoo. Especially dinosaurs. That happens when someone asks me to talk about dinosaurs. I just go. I can't stop. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's a bad quality to have. I think it's cute. It's an attractive quality to me. To me, it is, because if someone's excited about something, that's great. I love that energy. It's awesome. Foxtrot, or is that Foxtrot? Yes, Foxtrot. That is a dangerous question. That is a dangerous question. What's my favorite dinosaur? That's a dangerous question. Because if I start, I don't know if I'll stop. But that's even worse. Oh boy. See, that's what I ask when someone asks what my favorite animal is does it have to be living, or can it be extinct? Because my answer depends on that stipulation. As for, I'll just start talking, and I apologize in advance that I don't. Let me drink some water. Excuse me, sorry. My favorite living animal is probably the hippopotamus. I just really like hippos. I also really like koalas just because they're cute, but I know they're like monsters or something, right? They're not really that nice. I know they sleep a lot. Yes, that's right. That's so cool. I think there's one for Allosaurus. I don't know if that's scientifically correct, right? But I can't listen to it right now because my headphones are plugged into my mic. But I really like hippopotamus. The hippopotamus is really cool. They're just really cool animals. And if you haven't seen it before, there's a pygmy hippopotamus. And baby pygmy hippopotamus are adorable. They're so cute. They are so cute. They are endangered. They are endangered, but they're just so cute. They're so cute. There's also a pygmy alligator. I think there's alligators. Yeah, there's a species of alligator in China. The Chinese alligator. And let's see. I think they're smaller. I'm pretty sure they're smaller. They're really cute. baby alligators, Chinese alligators are just they're adorable. They're adorable. They're so cute. But like, isn't that weird? That there's a species of alligator in the Americas, and then there's only one other, and it's in China. Isn't that weird? I get how someone can have a favorite animal. They're also cool. That's true. That's true. That's true. The alligators, they make laser pew pew noises. They do. Have you seen a baby Chinese alligator, Estrella? Also, hi, Estrella. Hi, sweetheart. You doing okay? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing all right, dear. Yeah, baby Chinese alligators, they look like geckos. Looking at these pictures, they look like geckos. They're adorable. Their little stout snouts. Oh my goodness. They're so cute. Yep, they look like little geckos. Hi, Ursa. Hi, dear. How are you? You do alright? Please go follow Estrella. Estrella is such a sweetheart. We love Estrella. She's great. She's great. We love our office sheep lady. She's great. Even though she smells like tuna crackers sometimes. I don't actually know what tuna crackers smell like. But like I can smell it. I can imagine the smell. I think. I don't know. Please go follow Estrella. She's great. Please, please, please. How are you, Ursa? You doing okay? Good to see you, dear. Oh, it's just crackers with tuna salad. Okay. Because when you brought it up, I was like, what is a tuna cracker? And then I Googled it, and then it brought up like fish crackers. And I was like, oh, it's crackers made of fish. So a tuna cracker is so in my head, I was like, oh, Estrella just ate a cracker that has tuna fish in it. But right now you smell like pumpkin seeds with brown sugar. That sounds good. That's always my favorite part about carving a pumpkin is roasting the seeds in the oven. My dad likes to put paprika on them. I'm pretty sure it's paprika. They're so good. They're so good. Dwarf crocs in Africa. Ooh, yummy. Did you eat something yummy today, Ursa? That's a good smell, Estrella. Sorry. but the foxtrot asked me what my favorite animal was, or no, sorry, they asked what my favorite dinosaur was, and I was like, "That's a dangerous question, there, foxtrot. Whoa, 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 slow down." Because if I answer this question, I may not come out of this hole, this rabbit hole. I may not. And then he's like, "Well, okay, fine. What about your favorite extinct animal?" I was like, "That's even worse." That's even worse. That's what I'm saying, Ursa. It's okay. Because all I've done this stream is just yap. I've just talked this whole time. This whole time. So, I'm pretty sure I've answered this question before too. I'm pretty sure I've answered this question before, but it's not a well-known animal. But my favorite dinosaur. Sue thinks that's okay. Okay, if you say so. Sometimes I feel real bad after an ASMR stream if I just talked most of the time because I'm not doing like triggers. I'm not tapping anything. I didn't tap anything. I didn't get the brushes out. I didn't do any of that. So sometimes I feel bad that I didn't. It wasn't a good one because I just talked the whole time. Yeah. So my favorite dinosaur is Mononychus. Mono. Mononychus. That's M-O-N. No. M-O. Yes. Mononykus. It's my favorite dinosaur. Because it's a little goober. They're little goobers. They're just so weird. I love them. They're in a family of animals that only have one claw on their hand. And they're about the size of a turkey or a chicken. They're not very big. If you've seen the dinosaur show on the basically spiritual sequel to Walking with Dinosaurs, A Prehistoric Planet, that's what it's called. Prehistoric Planet on Apple TV, Apple TV Plus. There's a Mononychus in one of the episodes of season 1. I have not seen season 2. But yeah, so they have their family has just one claw on each hand, and they use them to break open termite mounds and eat termites, or something like that. This is what they're speculated the purpose is, because they're not very big animals either. I'm pretty sure Mononychus is the biggest one. Yeah, 3.3 to 3.9 feet long. That's 1 to 1.2 meters, and they weigh 7.7 pounds. They're just I don't know why they're my favorite. I just think they're pretty cool. If you asked me what my favorite specimen is, what my favorite fossil is, it's an easy one. This is a pretty easy one. If you aren't in the dinosaur sphere, for whatever reason, it is really it's cool stuff. They found a fossil of a Notosaurus in like Sweden or Poland in Europe. I'm pretty sure it was in Europe. Well, they were excavating um, this ancient lake bed for like mining or something, and there was a guy in a machine, and he hit it with his. That's how they found it. He made contact with it with a like a scooper. What? It's not a backhoe. Whatever those are called. It was laying on its back. It was on its back when they found it. So if you just look up, just Google dinosaur mummy, I'm sure it'll come up too. It's one of the top results. There's also a mummified. I don't remember what species that is. It's a duck-billed. It's a hadrosaur. It is a beautiful, beautiful fossil. It is gorgeous. It is amazing. It is so good. It's so good. I went on a rant about it on one of Sucrose's streams when we did a shipwrecked club. It is gorgeous. I love it so much. We don't have the whole animal, but it was laying on its back. There's a PBS Eons episode about it too. But there's so much. Okay. So it was found in what used to be a lake bed. So how it got there is it's theorized that it had died, and then got washed into the lake, or was died in a river, then floated into the lake. And it was on its back because when something dies, the microbes in its gut make all these gases, and the corpse bloats. It's called it's called bloat and float. When something dies in the water, it bloats and it floats. So the Notosaurus, it's a Notosaurus. It's a relative of the Ankylosaurus, but it doesn't have a club. It's a very pretty animal. So it died, and then bloated and floated into the middle of the lake, and where it sunk, and was miraculously untouched by anything, really, and beautifully preserved at the bottom of this lake bed. So this is a really exciting part. There's many exciting. It's all exciting. But so if you've seen like a bighorn sheep, if you've seen a bighorn sheep without its like a bighorn sheep skull, the horn is not attached to the skull, right? It's attached to a core of bone jutting from the skull that the horn then forms on, right? Like deer antlers are dead tissue, they're dead bone, right? So with deer, the antlers form every season or whatever, seasonally, and they're covered by the felt or whatever that then peels off, because the felt or whatever is covered with filled with blood vessels that help carry nutrients to the antlers to help them grow. And then when the antlers are done, the felt peels off. They scrape them, their antlers against trees or whatever, and then seasonally the antlers detach because they're dead bone. There's no vessels or anything in the bone, in the antler. That's why it is so crazy. Like I'm sure people have seen it, but if you ever, if you're curious, you want to see something cool. There's footage of deer shaking their antlers off at the end of the season, or whenever they shed their antlers, and it's like losing a baby tooth. But every few every year for the rest of your life. But it's on top of your head. I don't know. It's really cool. The deer will just be sitting there. It'll get up, shake its head, and the antlers go poof, and then fall into the grass, and then the deer runs off. It's really cool. But with like a bighorn sheep or something, yeah, bighorn sheep. The skull, the antlers, the horns on a bighorn sheep are made of keratin, right? Like a rhino horn. But they're not attached to this. They're attached to a core of bone that the horns grow out of, right? So, like if you just find a bighorn sheep skull, you don't know how big their horns were. The same thing is the case with like a triceratops or any dinosaur with horns. We don't, like, that's just the core of the thing. We don't know the extent of how big their horns could have been in life, because we don't have the sheath. Excuse me, sorry. But what's really cool about the Nodosaurus is it preserved the sheath on the core of bone on their sides. So Nodosaurus has a bunch of spikes on its side, going down its side and its back. And we have the sheath over the bone. So we know how big they were, at least this one's, how big this particular individual's was, which is just, it's so cool. It is so cool. And we also know, I don't know if we know what color it is, but we do know that it was two-toned, so its back was a darker color than its belly, like a shark. A shark is two-toned because it helps them camouflage. So if you're below a shark in the water and you look up, you see just its white belly. Well, the sun is coming down the water, so that it's lighter. And then if you're viewing the shark from above, with its darker scales on its back, it's harder to see it because its scales are darker on the top and its scales on the belly are lighter. That's how it works with a shark. I don't know why this one's two-toned. It can help camouflage in like shade and stuff. Which is really cool. I'm pretty sure we found it was like a roan orange color. I think it was a similar shade to like a Highland cow, like those really shaggy cows. I'm pretty sure it's similar to that color. Something like that, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure there's a PBS Eons episode about the whole thing. It's really cool. Thank you, Ursa. Thank you. I think it's attractive when somebody talks about something they're excited about. I love that energy a lot. But yeah, this dinosaur it's beautiful. I love it so much. Like, it looks like it just laid down and took a nap. It's a gorgeous animal. It's beautiful. Beautiful. That's why I don't like it when someone says, "Oh, we don't know a lot about dinosaurs, do we?" Yes, we do. We don't know a lot of stuff, but we know enough. There's a lot we do know and a lot we don't know. The rat bacteria of a whole stream was fan service. Oh, that's a good question, Estrella. I don't know. Oh, thank you. Now, no, that's for you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh. That was a good time, Estrella. That was a good time. Oh man. If you don't know what Estrella's referring to, we were talking about like stupid YouTube ads. Uh, I think it was close to the beginning of this year. It was a while ago anyway. And Estrella was telling me about, tell us about um, ads she got for like ball toner or something like that. And it would make your balls less wrinkly. And they tested it on rats. And it made on elderly rats. Well, I'm not too good with math. I'm not too good with math, or so, I'm not very good at math. In my head, anyway, with big numbers, I'm not. I can't do that. Smart, nice fanboy reads 70-page essay about rat balls, and the balls get less wrinkly. Yeah, so the study said, I think there's a Wikipedia. We read like a Wikipedia article about it, or oh no, because the supplement has a specific microbe in it, specific bacteria in it that is actually really good for you. And we read the Wikipedia article about that microbe, and it referenced the rat ball study. I think that's what it was. Yeah. More complex exterior, although I think at that point the skin would fall apart long before excavation. Yeah. Yeah. Smooth rat balls. Lactobacillus casei and L. coagulans. Yeah. We read the Wikipedia article about lactobacillus. Lactobacillus is a whole family of bacteria. Lactobacillus helps a lot with gut health. It's already in your gut right now. Well, actually, it depends on where you live, because they did a study and they found that people in Africa either had a lower amount of lactobacillus or did not have any at all. So it also depends on where you live, because it's in food. It's in some food or something. But yeah, lactobacillus can help prevent. Hold on, I blocked it again. It blocked testes. Probiotic microbes sustain youthful serum testosterone by T. Potedis 2014, cited by 176. We observed unusually large testes and social dominance behaviors in male mice. There we go. No, yeah, it's okay, Estrella. It's okay. Hi, Mara. We're talking about rat balls. Hi, Mara. Hi, dear. Hi, Beatrice. Hello. What a time for you to stop by. Nope, I spelled that wrong. There we go. Please go follow Beatrice. She does ASMR too, and she's good at it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't read the study itself. We read the Lactobacillus Wikipedia article. Here, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Lactobacillus. Yeah, it's just Lactobacillus. I think it was Lactobacillus. Oh, it also helps keep your gums healthy. Bye bye. It helps keep your gum health and teeth. It's really good for oral health. Um, see, also, I can't. Was it this one? I don't remember. Um, but please go follow Beatrice. Please, please, please. Hi, Beatrice. Hi, sweetheart. Hope we're doing all right. Um, yep. Hey, Mara. We're talking about rat balls. So Estrella got these ads for a supplement that would tone your nuts. It would make them less wrinkly and all that stuff. And it cited the study that she just posted the title of a few minutes ago, where they gave lactobacillus to elderly rats, and it made their testes less wrinkly, and it made them stronger. So you should buy it and make your balls look good. I guess. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's a company that makes supplements. I googled them and then I got ads for their stuff on YouTube for a while. It was really annoying. Ew. Okay. Be warned, on the lactobacillus Wikipedia article, there's a picture of a tooth with a cavity in it, and it do not want to see that. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. I need. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, Ursa. Okay. Anyway. That's my favorite fossil. Is that Nodosaurus? It's a beautiful specimen. I love it a lot. It's gorgeous. Um, uh, as so, That's my favorite dinosaur and favorite fossil. A favorite dinosaur fossil, I should say, because there's lots of other fossils. um, my favorite extinct animal that isn't a dinosaur is that's a tougher question, I think, because I'm less decided on that one. Um, I really like Dimetrodon. They're just really weird animals in the Permian. Just quite weird looking animals. There's one that's like, okay. What was it? Maybe it was the Triassic. Maybe that was the Triassic. Hest's eagle? Does it? Yes. Yes, they're very cool eagles. They're very cool birds. They're very cool birds, for sure. The elephant bird, too. Man, I wish I could have lived. I wish I could. I wish I could see an elephant bird. I wish I could see an elephant bird. Also, a dodo. Dodo would be cool. Um, Apparently, dodos tasted really bad. They do have a living relative. It's a big, fat, flightless pigeon. They're relatives of pigeons. Shut up, AI overview. I don't want to see you over again. Yeah, it's the Nicobar pigeon. They're really cool pigeons. They have very bright plumage. But the dodo apparently tasted really bad. It's just awful. Probably because of the stuff they ate. But yeah. Anyway, sorry. It's my favorite extinct animal that's not a dinosaur. It's probably a woolly mammoth. Mammoths are just really cool. I really like mammoths. Giant ground sloths are really cool too. There was a species of giant ground sloth that would just dig burrows in the sides of mountains. They just dig these giant burrows that you can go walk inside of, and in the back of one of them at least, they found just piles and piles of sloth poop. Just and they're just big balls of poop, in the back of this cave, perfectly preserved because the cave is pretty cool inside relative to the outside temperature. So the poop is just sitting there in giant piles. It's crazy that we can go smell a giant sloth's poop, but we can't look at one. Okay. Ground sloth. Let me look at this. Let me look this up. I'm not imagining this. Maybe they're fossilized poop. Maybe it's not fresh poop. Maybe not. Maybe not. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Is it illegal? I saw pigeons the other day. I went to the Asian market with my dad, and there were pigeons in the parking lot. In our neighborhood, we just get doves. We don't get pigeons. Yeah, there's an article in the Smithsonian magazine of just fossilized sloth poop. It's not perfectly preserved. They're not big balls. I was mistaken. You can't smell. It probably smells like rocks. But yeah, there's images of just the back of the cave covered in copper lights. Ground sloths are really cool too. But I really like mammoths. Mammoths also a bit of a tragic tale. Sorry that we're halfway through an ad break. I'm sorry. I don't even know if anyone can hear me. But I just really like mammoths. Mammoths are really cool, and mastodons, all of them. They're really cool animals. And they were for science. If you do, let us know how the rat ball supplement works, Ursa. Let us know how it works. But a lot of mammoths, I don't know. They're more of every fossil is tragic. It's the result of something dying, right? And usually not through very nice ways. We have a mum. Everybody knows about this one, but just make it into a. Yeah, right? It's so sad. It's so sad. I mean, what else are you gonna do with a ball of meat, right? We just recreated the flesh. It wasn't an actual animal. I guess what are you gonna do, right? Like you're gonna think it. Yeah, you think, it's sad. It's sad. So if you can hear the washer beeping, I guess the washer's having problems. I'm sorry if you can hear that. Also, okay. Thank you. Thank you for calling me handsome. Thank you. Mammoths are young enough that we have them with their fur still, right? There's everybody knows about this one, but there's the baby mammoth that they found in permafrost or whatever, with her skin still and some hair. Trigger warning for death. The way she went out is not happy. It's not happy. They what else? They cut her open, carefully, um, and her trunk through her esophagus into her lungs were just full of mud. Um, but in her stomach was her mom's milk. She still had her mom's milk, residue of her mother's milk still in her stomach. Um, so the poor thing um, suffocated. Um, it's really sad. She was not very old either. She was not very old. I think she was younger than a year. Um, I can't remember if it was a different one, but she might have had evidence of predation on her hindquarters. I don't remember. So she might have been running from something and then got stuck. But the poor thing is making me tear up. I hate it. Um, the poor thing. I can't imagine that. I can't. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. I'm getting emotional. I'm pretty sure it's the same one I'm thinking about. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Um, it's really sad. Hi, Brad. How are you? How are you, dear? It's good to see you, sweetheart. You want your smooches? Okay. But yeah, every single fossil um, is a tragedy. It's just the nature of how things are fossilized. I mean, everything that is a fossil died at some point. Treat. I have some Pocky. Oh, they found another one. 2022? They did? Oh my goodness, they did find another one. Oh my goodness, they did find another one. She or he has been through a lot, it looks like. Oh my goodness, the poor baby. The trunk, ears, and tail are almost perfectly preserved. The rest of her, she's seen better days. Anyway, sorry. I'll have to look it up later, and I'll get back to you guys. Is it Liuba? Oh, yeah, it's Liuba. She's in the Shemanovsky Museum and Exhibition Center in Sailcard, Russia. Oh, she's got a Wikipedia article. Okay, her name is Liuba. I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but her name's Liuba. Okay, let me get your smooches, bro. I'm sorry. Right, and I have some Pocky. I'm doing my best not to eat all my Pocky at once. I got the share pack that came with those 7 smaller bags of Pocky. So here's one. Don't know if it'll be a good trigger, but we'll see. But yeah, the world of mummy animals found in permafrost is a interesting one. We found a few cave lion cubs. And thank you for the treat, Ursa. Thank you. Like they literally just, a lot of them look like they just went and took a nap. They're adorable. They're so cute. And because ice is melting, we're finding a lot of stuff. American elephants, yeah. For sure. That would have been pretty cool. That would be cool. But so I don't know if you guys knew this, but there were still mammoths alive when they built the pyramids. Not a lot of them. They weren't all over the place, but there were still living mammoths when they built the pyramids, which is crazy. That's crazy. I mean, if you've seen 300, they use mammoths to build the pyramids, right? Which is just ridiculous. They have elephants. Use elephants. Don't go to a remote island above Russia to get some mammoths and drag them to Egypt. Yeah. But so there's this remote island between Russia and Alaska, somewhere around there. It's a very rough environment over there. But we found mammoth teeth. I don't think we found bones, but we found teeth. I mean, teeth are bones, but you know what I mean. We haven't found parts of the skeleton. We found teeth. And there's also a PBS Eons episode about it as well. And it's estimated that there were around 300 individuals on this little island at its peak. So it seriously got to the island because there was ice float or something they crossed to get to the island, or they swam there. But we were able to sequence their DNA, and we can compare it to other mammoths, older mammoths, and they were seriously, they were severely inbred. The poor babies. They were severely inbred. They were missing the part of their DNA, of a mammoth's DNA, that gives them the undercoat. Hi, love. Hi, dear. It's been a while. I hope you've been well. It's good to see you. We're talking about mammoths. They were missing the gene that gives them the undercoat, or the overcoat. One of the coats, the one that keeps them warm, that snow, so snow doesn't soak to their skin. They were missing that coat while they were living pretty north. So the poor things had these really nice shiny coats of fur, but they were missing the overcoat or undercoat or whatever that kept them warm and dry. And from what I remember from watching the PBS Eons episode, they were also missing the gene that would let them smell certain things, like so they probably couldn't smell flowers, which is just heartbreaking. Not that there were probably any flowers on the island, but it's just heartbreaking. So mammoths held out on this little island north of Russia till after they built the pyramids. So they were still around at the time of Egypt, which is just crazy. It's just crazy. is crazy to me. Anyway, hi love. I hope you've been well. It's good to see you. Best, you are correct, Ursa. You are correct. But also, people just didn't think things could go extinct. Before, um, Darwin and stuff. People were like, "Oh, it's not extinct. They're just somewhere else now. They're somewhere." Because they didn't think things could go extinct, so they found the Basilosaurus. Basilosaurus. It's a mosasaur, I believe. They found its skull in Sweden in a quarry, and it's this huge let me find a size. There's a huge skull of nothing that's living. They thought that's why they named it Basilosaurus, because they thought it was a whale. Basilosaurus. Oh, it is a whale. What am I thinking of then? What am I thinking of then? First mosasaur fossil. This known science was discovered in 1917. Oh, was it just a mosasaur? It must have. I guess it's just Mosasaurus. Okay. I guess Basilosaurus is a whale. Yeah, it's a. They found this skull in this quarry, 1764, in a chalk quarry in the Netherlands. Okay, this is the Netherlands. Can we see how big it was? Let's see. Description: skull. Or is it in size? Sorry, folks. So let me read your comment. Chat is in the comment section. You are correct, Foxtrot. You are correct. You are correct. Yes, you are. So these people in 1764, they find this 3-foot long skull, or however long the specimen specifically was. Okay. Anyway, I can't find the size of the skull that they found, the first skull they found specifically. But they found this skull, and they're like, oh, it's gotta be a whale, because only whales are this big. And then they took it to somebody, I don't know all the details. It's been a while since I read or watched a video about it. But like, oh yeah, look at this huge whale skull. Like, no, that's a reptile. And no, that's crazy. That means there's the reptile this big walking around, or somewhere in the ocean. That's scary. And then somebody's like, hey, what if these things did live at some point, but there's none of them alive anymore? And everybody's like, oh, basically, like people did not think that things could go extinct or so. They just did not. Um, it did not occur to them at all. Because they found this big skull, and then they're like, well, where is this thing? Where is it? This thing's scary. It's got teeth the size of my hand. um, and then they're like, oh yeah, I guess things can all disappear. um, yeah. Anyway, I really like mammoths. Like the first Ice Age movie, um, was and is one of my favorites. Um, uh, that walking montage with Rusty Roots playing in the background still gives me chills. The Pog face, yeah. And um, another thing that was when dinosaur and paleontology was like new-ish, a lot of fossils we had were very fragmentary. That's why they thought iguanodon's spike was on its nose, and it was just a big iguana, because we only had a few pieces of it. Then they get to the bone wars in America, where we're finding whole skulls and all this stuff. The bone wars is a really cool, well, cool. I don't know, interesting piece of scientific history, because people literally shot each other over fossils. It's yeah, yeah, it's cool stuff. It was nutty, yeah, yeah, yep. But I just really like mammoths. There was a mammoth, a mummy mammoth that died in a landslide, and a long time ago. They found it a long time ago. But they were like excavating this hill or something, and then they found it. It was like it had fallen on its haunches, so it was, excuse me, like it slid down the hill. So its face and like front legs were exposed, and the vultures even ate from it while they were studying it. It's crazy to me that something that died that long ago was still being eaten. um, I just thought that was really interesting when I learned about that. That's where the inspiration for the Sword and Shield fossil Pokemon came from. I never played Sword and Shield. Um, Dracofish and the other one, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's that's a pretty interesting the idea. I think that's neat. I think that's neat. I think my favorite fossil Pokemon is probably Archeops. Archeops is just really cool. And uh, it's not Anomalocaris. What's the Pokemon's name? What's the Pokemon's name? That evolves into Armaldo. I can't remember. I mean, Tyrantrum is cool too. Like, it took us till Gen 6 to get a T Rex Pokemon. Like, come on. But, I mean, Kabuto and Almanite are pretty cool too. Maybe that's what they had in mind the whole time. They had a trilobite like thing and a an ammonite, the ammonite. Um, Anorith? Yeah, it's Anorith. That's the Pokemon's name. And then they had stuff from the. Um, is it the Permian? I don't remember. That one, and then what was the other Gen 3 fossil? What was the other Gen 3 fossil? Was it just Anorith? I can't remember. What? What was it? Well, never mind. I just remember Gen 4 has a Pachycephalosaurus and Ceratopsian. So that blows my theory out of the water. But they didn't start with a dinosaur. They ended with a dinosaur. So they started with the stuff, trilobites, and then they worked their way up to dinosaurs. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Lilleep. Okay, that's right. And Lilleep was based on a worm. What was Lilleep based on? I can't remember. What was the leap? What was the leap? There was an animal. What is the leap based on? A crinoid. Crinoid. That's right. A crinoid. Yeah. You would never know that. I mean, crinoids are not very popular. They're not as popular as Anomalocaris, so that makes sense to me. But yeah, I just really like Archeops. I really like Archeops. Archaeopteryx is really cool. Archaeopteryx is really cool. I really like Archaeopteryx. Also, just birds. Birds are really cool. I love birds. Birds are really cool. And the fact that they are dinosaurs makes me happy because now I can look at a dinosaur. Like you look at not an emu. The ones that have blue heads with the horn on their head. What are those called? I can't remember. You look at one of those. Yep, that's a dinosaur. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's a dinosaur. And also, the path. No, I'm talking about the living bird. Craniodos is the Pachycephalosaurus. Is that what the right word? Is that the right name? Yeah, is a Pachycephalosaurus. Yep. Hi, J. Bent. Cassowary, you're right. Thank you, Foxtrot. A cassowary. You look at a cassowary, like, yeah, that thing's a dinosaur. There's no way that thing's not a dinosaur. But it's a hi, G. Brent. We're talking about dinosaurs. Hope you're doing all right, dear. Did you build your big board with buttons? Did you do that yet? The dinosaurs? Me too. Me too. Not yet. Okay. You have a new rabbit hole. What is it? What you got for us? Is it as good as the Rant Ball supplements? Well, they're not supplements made of rat balls, but they tested it on rats, and it made their balls bigger and less wrinkly. 3D printed chess pieces with secret functions. Ooh, that's pretty cool. That's a good one. A king that's top is a sword, and when you put pull it out, it falls apart. That's really cool. So the king, so instead of just taking the king off the board, you pull the sword out, and then the king just. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's neat. But like, so when they're the surviving birds we have are just one kind of bird. There were birds that had, I think they were called opposite birds as shorthand or something. Their elbows are backwards. And then there were birds that had flesh wings instead of feathers. The birds were really weird. They still are really weird. There's a bird, I can't remember the name of the bird. A rook that is also a catapult. Oh, that sounds cool. There's a bird that eats exclusively leaves. It eats vegetation. It looks really cool. It looks like a phoenix. And apparently they're not endangered like the other birds in their area because they taste awful. So they're not hunted for food. Just leave them alone because they taste awful. Yeah, those birds are really cool. Yeah, Archaeopteryx is just really cool. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. I love it. The Hudson, yeah. How do we say it? Yes. It's a bit scrungly. There's the fact that there's not a Hudson Pokemon. Like, it looks like a Pokemon. It looks really cool. I don't know, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Hi, Barry. Please and Tunks. Of course, Barry, of course. I will get you a good girl. I've just been rambling for an hour and a half. How are you, Barry? How is it called off kite? Is that where you're at? I saw your tweet. You looked very pretty in your tweet. You're socially trained. You crashed. I feel that. I do that. I do that for sure. Of course, Barry. Of course. You look good. You look good.
Barry. Barry. You're a very, very good girl. You're a good girl, Barry. And I'm very proud of you. 1 second.
Sorry.
I'm very proud of you, Barry. You work so very, very hard. Maybe too hard. Maybe sometimes, yeah. Thank you for being here, Barry. It's always a pleasure to see you. I'm very proud of you, Barry. You can't. I understand. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I'm very proud of you. Thank you for doing what you do and being who you are, Barry. I think the world's a better place because of it.
Or for it. Whatever.
And I thank you for playing games with me on occasion. Your presence is a good one. I don't know if that makes any sense. You're fun to be around, I guess is a better way to put that. Your streams are always a good time. And your energy is infectious. I love your laugh. It's so good. You're a very good girl, Barry. Very good girl.
Good girl, Barry. Good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. are. Yes, you are. Such a good girl. Mwah. Thank you for the redeem berry. Thank you. It's good to see you. I hope you had a good time. But I'd be exhausted too. I've been to a convention once. It was a few years ago. I went with my brother and my dad. Um, and me and my dad were just dead afterwards. um, yeah. I was there for Big V tours. Yeah. It was just a generic pop culture convention. There was this whole scandal that they called it Comic-Con, and then they got sued by Comic-Con, and they had to change their name to something else. Give one to Ursa? Okay. Ursa, do you want a good boy? Or a good girl? What do you want? What do you want? Or you can say no. You can say no thank you. You can say no thank you, I do not want this. Refund Barry's points. If you wanted to do that, you can do that too. Good bear? Okay. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry. That emote's cute. That's a cute emote. They have a Bert and Ernie emote. I love Bert and Ernie so much. I love Bert and Ernie. They're great. I love Bert and Ernie. I love them. There's a compilation of Bert and Ernie skits on YouTube. They're hilarious. There's one where Ernie, I can't remember it exactly, but Ernie is practicing for football. And Bert comes home and Ernie is doing paces around by the front door to their apartment, and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, scrub the floor. I can't remember. It's really funny. It's really funny. I love it so much. I love that chant. Scrub the ceiling, wash the floor. Yeah. It's so good. I love Sesame Street. I love Sesame Street. I'm sure everybody's seen it, but the episode when Elmo's playing with Zoe and she has Rocco with her, and they're trying to they go to the general goods store to get a cookie, and Elmo wants the chocolate chip, but Rocco gets it because it's Rocco's favorite cookie, and Elmo goes, but Rocco's a rock, so. And then they're like playing in a toy, like one of those cars that little kids drive in, right? And something like that. And Elmo goes to leave, and Elmo storms off, and Zoe goes, "Where are you going?" "Alaska. It's faster if you drive." Ah! I love that episode. I love that episode. Oh man, wanna buy? What you say? Wanna buy a pea? What? Wanna buy an 8? Hey, wanna buy an 8? An 8? How do I look, Ernie? With your eyes, Bert. I love It's so good. Oh man. You have a pin of Elmo. Absolutely pissed. Oh. And the Super Grover skits, those are always really good. There's a fly in my soup. Um, yeah. The Elmo interviews, yes, I have. It's been a while since I've watched them. Um, the memes channel. Okay, let me look at that. Let me look at that. Oh, that is terrifying. Oh, that is scary. Yeah. You know what color yellow and red makes? It is no. It's the bear den. Is for bear VTubers. No, I don't have a Discord. I'm sorry. I got to get anybody excited. Oopsie. Yeah. Sorry, J-Man. Okay, Ursa, let me get you a good bear. Let me get you a good bear.
Ursa, you're a very, very good bear. Such a good bear. I am very proud of you, Ursa. You work very, very hard, and your streams are always a good time. Thank you for being who you are and doing what you do, Ursa. And thank you for being a good friend. And thank you for playing games with me. And letting me join you on your Monster Girl tier list stream with Gummy and everybody else. I don't remember who else was there.
Good bear, Ursa, good bear. Yes, you are such a good bear. Yes, you are. Such a good bear. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. The TEIP is difficult because there's no way to use the bathroom. Which responds, not Elmo. See, Elmo wears no clothes, so just go. Alright, wait, I remember that. Yes. Yeah. Yep. You know, play more games? Well, I'm doing. Speaking of which, I should have talked about this earlier. But next week, on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'm doing 3 consecutive 12-hour streams as a donathon to try and raise funds for this video on my throne wish list. If you want to play games with me on any of those days, or so, let me know, and we can definitely play games. We could definitely play games those days. I did. I spent like an hour and a half doing it. I had racked my brain thinking of ideas. Okay, Ursa. I racked my brain thinking of incentives for like an hour and a half. I was developing a headache thinking about it. I did make some. The 3DO microphone is $400 plus it's like 30 something shipping. So we already have $22.44 from JBent and Pythagorean. I think that's how you say it. I'm so sorry. So we need $410 and something change. So I did make some donathons here. Here we are. This is it. I'm sorry if it's hard to read. We just use the shade of gray for the what should I call it? Tier list stuff. So yeah, it's like kind of my brand now. I guess I don't know. So we're starting at 22:30, 22:44. So, what the heck was that? Did you guys hear that? The sound? What the heck was that? Was that the heater? I don't know what that was. So if you guys have ideas for incentives, let me know, because I racked my brain thinking of stuff, and I don't even know if any of this is worth the incentives. I tried. I tried. So $30. I'll play a I'll play a horror game of chat's choosing. We'll get some ideas from chat, then we'll do a poll. And then $40 we'll do a Elden Ring endurance stream, a longer than usual stream. I probably won't do it as part of the 12-hour streams unless you guys want that. I was intending it to be a separate stream, but if you guys just want 8 hours of Elden Ring on one of these 12-hour days, where's the roar incentive? You want me to roar? I can roar. I'm not gonna do it right now because this is ASMR. But if you want me to roar, I can roar. Bears known for their roars. That's true, but I am a teddy bear. I'm a teddy bear. When we hit 60, I'll do a pre-recorded Thigh Sounds ASMR. When we hit 80, we'll do a series of puppet making streams because I need to start making more puppets. It's just that the basement's been a mess, and my working area's been a mess, and it has just been, it's just been a mess. So, $80. We'll do a series of puppet making streams. I won't be able to cut the fabric on stream because I don't have enough table space in my room. There's also kind of purr. I can't purr. I can do. Ninetail likes this sound, but I can do. Well, let me drink some water because it's rough on my throat. I can't purr. Are any horror games off limits? Sorry. If you have an idea, no. I guess just the complex expedition because that's the 180 incentive. And like Alien Isolation because I've already played that. I do already have Signalis in my library. But if there's a specific game you want, no, none of them are off limits as long as I can play it on Twitch. I like a rumble. Cabela's Dangerous since 2011 count. If I can get it on Steam. Excuse me. Let's see. The only Cabela's game on Steam is Dangerous Hunts 2013 demo. And when I click on it, it doesn't even take me to the store. To the page. So I don't think I could. I don't think that one would work. J-Bent, I'm sorry. It's more of a rumble. You have a deep purr, a diesel purr. Oh, it just dropped. Oh, shoot. Oh, we're back. Okay, we dropped some frames for a bit. Oh, we're dropping frames. Our stream might be dying. This is not good. Someone just went outside. So I think the internet's dying. I might need to end stream. You hear me fine? It's just delay's gonna be bad. It's like 5 seconds. 25 tabs open. I'm down to 3,000 kebabs. Oh, we're down to 1,000. Back up to 5,000, 4,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 3,000, 5,000. So I guess my internet's just all over the place. If you can hear me, oh, we're back in yellow. We're back in the yellow. We're green. We're green. We're green. We're back in the red. We're back in the red now. Oh gosh, now that went down to 1,000. Okay. So I'm just gonna talk about it, and then you guys can watch the VOD back. I don't know if the VOD's gonna be real rough either. It probably will be. I'll talk about it tomorrow too. It's fine. I still haven't dropped. Well, stream hasn't died, but I've dropped 3,000 frames. I've dropped 3,000 frames at this point. Oh, it just went down to 400 kebabs. Okay. Eight 675 309. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Okay, well, if it's watchable, is this watchable? Is this tolerable? If it is, I'm just gonna finish talking about this, and then we'll call it a night. Is it good for you? Okay. Alright, that's weird. Anyway, I guess not much is happening on the stream. So, okay. Internet might actually drop. Internet might actually drop. Just in case, more typing is smart. Okay. But just heads up, stream internet might just cut out. So, heads up. I apologize in advance. So the Elden Ring stream, that'll be $40. When we hit 60, I'll do some pre-recorded Thigh Sounds ASMR, and it'll be up on YouTube. We hit 80. We'll work on a puppet. I can't do the fabric. I can't cut the pattern out on stream. I don't have enough. I do have good key switches. This is a $20 keyboard from Amazon. It is a Redragon keyboard, or Red Dragon, Raggy. It's either a Redragon or a Red Dragon. Red Dragon, Chucky. I can't do a Scooby-Doo. I'll get to that, or so I'll get to that. So we'll do a series of those streams. Until we finish the puppet. Then for 100, I'll eat spicy ramen. You got one of those too? Got one of what? Dice Squish Cam? Oh, the keyboard. The keyboard. Right, of course. The keyboard. The keyboard. But for $100, when we hit $100, I'll eat a bowl of spicy ramen on stream. I have some buldak I got at the Asian market the other day. I'll eat that on stream. I don't know what's going on. And then Yeah, I think the delay is kind of bad here. And for 125, I will try coffee on stream. I still have. Oh gosh, that's loud. Probably. Sorry. I have. I have packets of freeze-dried coffee from my MREs from months ago. I also have Nestle Coffee Mate to go with it, and some sugar. We'll drink that. If we hit 125. When we hit 150, we'll do another Battle Bean stream. My sister will probably want to play. You guys seem to like her, so we'll do some more. We'll do another Battle Bean stream with my sister. I don't know if Teto will want to play this time. Might just be me and my sister. I don't know. We'll see. And then for 180, I will play through the Complex Expedition, which is a backrooms themed horror game. We've played the Complex found footage, which is free on Steam. It's like an hour long experience, hour and a half. Take your time. Excuse me. My sister likes ketchup more than I do. Actually, my brother likes mustard though. And I watched the trailer for Complex Expedition on Steam, and it is terrifying. So we'll play that. And then when we hit 200, I will attempt to draw chat's PFPs in MS Paint. I don't know if I'm gonna make it a redeem, or if because you'd have to set up a PFP on Throne. I don't know. Maybe no, you wouldn't have to. We'll figure something out. I will draw chat's PFPs in MS Paint really badly, and I will post them on Twitter, so you can use them if you want. 225, I will do a pre-recorded ASMR RP video. I'll improv a situation of your guys' choosing, of chat. I don't know if that's a good or a bad idea, depending on who's there at that time. But I'll try my hand at an ASMR RP video. This is when I was running out of ideas. After 225, I was like, oh gosh, I have to get through 300, and then I have to get to 400. Oh my goodness. PvP is something I just want. Is an emote? To show for them as painting. Get a free emote. Yep. Pretty much, J-Brant. Pretty much. So then for 250, I will attempt to make. We'll try to make some rice balls on stream. I have a rice cooker, a smaller rice cooker, so I think it will fit on my desk. I really gotta clean off my desk. That'll be a separate stream. It'll just be a dedicated rice ball stream. I've tried before. I think I'm gonna look into getting a rice ball set instead of just using my hands, because I've tried that before and it has not worked. And then for 275, I will do 50 squats. And then for 300, we'll do a miniature painting stream. We'll paint some miniatures. I have some Warhammer Tau that I have primed, and I have a bunch of other ones. I have some D&D minis that I have to get through at some point. 350 is a thigh squish cam. This was Muck's idea. I was like, for how long? 5-10 minutes? I was like, yeah, 5-10 minutes is good. That's a good incentive. So for like 5 or 10 minutes, I'll just use the webcam, and I'll just point it down at my desk. Am I wearing anything for squats? Yes. I'll be wearing clothes. You won't be watching me do the squats. I'll just squat. Whenever we hit it, I'll just get up and do the squats. So I'll just use the webcam, and I'll just shrink the capture and put it in the top left corner or top right corner while we play a game or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure something out. And then if it gets fully funded, now hit 0. Oh, we're green. We're green. We're green. We're no longer dropping frames. We dropped 3% of our frames. That was 13,608 frames. Is that what we dropped? No, it's okay, Ursa. There's a lot of weird. Not weird. There's a lot of thirsty people in my chat. Sometimes. You're fine, Ursa. You're fine. We just hit an ad break. Oh. I was almost done. We're matching colors. We are? Huh? What? What? Huh? Oh, our usernames in chat? Yeah, mine's supposed to be like brown orange, but on mobile it's gray. So I don't know. So we'll figure something out for the Thigh Squish cam. I don't know. I don't want to get banned, so we'll see. I don't know. We'll do it for 5 minutes. Go from red to greens. Oh, gotcha. So if you guys have any ideas for stuff between 300 and 350 and 350 and fully funded, let me know. I racked my brain to like an hour before stream started. I was like, oh, it's already 6:30. Oh boy. This literally took me like an hour and a half to think of stuff. But if it gets fully funded, you can't see my cursor, but I'm circling it for emphasis. If we get it fully funded, I will do we'll do some thigh ear cupping with the 3DO. I don't know if I'll do it live. I might. I don't know. We'll see. And then I'll do a pre-recorded ASMR video. Just thigh cupping. Are you guys good with these? None of these are weird or like, ew, why would you? That's not worth it. Because I was worried about that. I was stressed about that. I don't know. I racked my brain thinking of this stuff. But these are the incentives. If you guys have any ideas for incentives, let me know. Because I need to fill some. I feel like I need to fill some slots between 300 and fully funded. But yeah, there we go. We're done. That's it. You like all of them? Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, thank you, Fox. Thank you. I spent like an hour and a half coming up with these. I got stuck at 275. I was like, what is worth $300? Yeah. That's the plan for Friday, Thursday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Friday is not before, whatever. That's the plan. These are the incentives. I don't plan to get any, like, maybe $30 because we are already at 22. Like, I am not expecting to fund it at all. I just wanted to do something maybe a little fun to try and raise a bit more for it. I don't know. It's just been a while since I don't know if I've ever done anything like it, like 3 consecutive 12-hour streams. I haven't. The longest stream I've ever done was 14 hours, and I took a break the next day. So we'll see. I might just be totally dead by the end of it. I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah. These are the incentives. Thank you guys for being here. I thought we'd be done by now. But we still have 10 minutes probably of stream left. So if anyone has any trigger requests at all, let me know, and I'll do them for you. Just redeem, yeah, for the coming streams. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I need to set up the schedule for next week. I need to do that. I need to do that. Holy. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I need to do that. Oh yeah, and I didn't do the purring thing. I didn't do the purring thing. Oh shoot, I need to go to schedule. I need to go to schedule. Oh, that went to Twitch. And, oh, please, thank you. I'm making. Okay. Okay, let me hide this now. There we go. Now you guys can see me. Thank you guys for being here. It was a good stream. Thank you for talking with me. I hope it was a good, decent time. After ASMR streams where I just ramble the whole time, I feel kind of bad that I didn't do like ASMR-y things. I just rambled the whole time, but people seem to come back every time, so I don't know. Maybe you guys like it. Okay. So we gotta do this week's schedule, upcoming schedule. So tomorrow we're going to play some Mass Effect 3. Tomorrow we're going to play some Mass Effect 3. And it was a very good stream. Well, thank you for being here, Ursa. Like the whole time. Thank you. And Tuesday we're going to play Temtem. And Friday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm just going to list them on the category on the schedule of special events. So I don't have the schedule set because I don't know if people are still gonna. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be playing games with other people those days. I don't know. I also don't know how long it's going to take us to play some of these games. So Thursday, we're gonna start stream with Half-Life Opposing Force. We did stream it before, but I never finished it. So we're gonna try to play through it in one sitting, to the best to my ability. Then after that, we're going to have a hand cam segment where I open some trading cards. I have some more Mendizu packs here from the last set Mendizu ever did, or the main set. The last set they ever did was their Sanrio crossover set. We'll do that, and then we'll play Temtem for the rest of that stream. Just trying to get through Temtem. Friday we'll probably play some Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know. We'll do some polls, I think, to see what games people want to see that day. But we definitely have enough games to play to fill 3 12-hour streams. We still have Baldur's Gate 3 to finish. Koromon. We have lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. I also want to try streaming Poke Rogue. I think that would be fun. Yeah. So, we'll be starting the 12-hour streams at 11 a.m. MDT. That's Mountain Daylight Time. I think that's 1 p.m. for some people, and I think that's EST. That's 1 p.m. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. So day 2 and 3. So day 2, for sure, we're going to be building a Gundam. I have a Gundam kit that I found at the Asian market. It's not a very fancy one. It's a Gundam artifact kit, which me there. Okay, Rissa. Well, no one else has said anything for the other ones. I also haven't messaged in those yet. I was going to play with Mara, but it looks like Mara is not going to be available next week. So you were the only one that commented on the Paul party. Honey and Numi say they can do the 7th for stuffed. So yeah. Maybe on the 8th. Maybe on Saturday we'll play some stuffed. I don't know. Ursa. Yeah, I don't know. If you have Phasmo, we can play Phasmo. I've only played it a handful of times. Last time I played it was with Mara. Yeah, I don't know. We won't be sticking just to solo games if people want to play games with me those days, but I don't have any play games planned at this time. But Friday we'll be building a Gundam artifact kit. It is the it's the Series 4, number 19. It was also with Mara. If you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. What else? Deep Rock Galactic. Pal World. I don't know if you have Pal World. Yeah. Yeah. I have plenty of games. I'll fill 12 hours. Yeah, we're building a Gundam kit on Friday. Not a very fancy one. It's super. The model's like 3 inches tall, so it's nothing spectacular. But it's the Series 4. Hold on. It is the phase. It's the Gundam Artifact Phase 4, Palace Athene. Palace Athene. It's got a big old shield. We'll be building that. I don't know how long that's gonna take. And then on Saturday we'll be building some of the Warhammer stuff for the community challenge. We'll be building some of that Warhammer kit. We won't be building the whole thing because it's like 40 minis in that kit. So, yeah, we're definitely going to be playing Elden Ring. People have asked for Elden Ring. Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, goodness, sorry. Burps. I have But we have Truck Sim. We have lots of stuff. Need to make sure stuff downloaded. Ursa, if you have GTFO, I have GTFO. We could play that. Or if you have SCP-5K, the SCP first-person shooter, I have that too. I don't have that installed right now though. I have Left 4 Dead 2. If you have Left 4 Dead 2, we could play Left 4 Dead 2. I have Lethal Company. I don't have mods. I just don't. I don't trust it. I do have Lethal Company though. I have Project Zomboid. I've only stringed that a couple times, I think. Yeah. I have Stardew. I have Uno. I don't have that installed. I don't think I have a Ubisoft game installed right now, so I have to install the Ubisoft launcher, which I don't really want to do that. I have Starbound, which is like Terraria but in space. I have Rounds. Rounds is a fun little multiplayer game. It's not very expensive either, I don't think. I have Lethal League Blaze. A friend gifted it to me. I have no idea what it is. I think it's a fighting game. Games are okay, Ursa. Okay. I also have the Master Chief Collection. I don't know if I have enough space for it until after we beat Mass Effect 3. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. That's enough from me. Let's find somebody to raid. So we have a few hand cam stuff. I have a few hand cam stuffs planned for those days. If you guys want more card openings those days, I have card stuff on my trading card stuff on my throne. Please don't buy it if you can't afford it. There's MetaZoo and Magic and Digimon. Anyway, who's live? Let's see. Nero or Sucrose? They have to be doing ASMR. I know Sucrose is doing ASMR. But I just want to see if we have any other friends that are live right now. I think Wednesday we rated Guilty. So we could rate Sucrose today. Yeah, because I don't think Violet is live either. Okay. And I don't feel like rating someone new today. I'm tired. My butt's sore from sitting, I guess. I don't know. Alright. We're gonna rate Sucrose. Thank you for being here, everyone. It's good to see you all. Sorry about the scuff earlier. I don't know what that was. I guess maybe my dad tripped on an Ethernet cable. Good night, Foxtrot. Good night, Ursa. Good night, Estrella. Good night, Jay Bent. Good night, Love. Good night, Barry. Who else was here? There are other people here. Bread was here. Good night, Bread. Good night, Mara. That's high as it goes. Beatrice, thank you for being here. I can't. I feel so bad. Nabi, I'm so sorry. Nabi, thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by, sweetheart. It's good to see you. Thank you guys for calling me cute for Ramble About Dinosaurs. I appreciate that. That made my heart happy, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. Good night, guys. Let's get the raid started here. Again, these are the donothon goals, rewards, incentives, whatever the word is. If you guys have ideas for some between 300 and 350 and 375, let me know. I racked my brain thinking of these. I can't. I have no ideas left in my head. I have no ideas left in my head. You're adorable, Ursa. Yeah. Anyway, if we get it funded, I'll do the first. Not the first thing I'll do with it. But I'll do some thigh cupping. I don't know if it'll be good to do it live. I don't know if that'd be comfortable in my chair. My chair makes lots of noises when I rock back and forth, so it'd probably be pre-recorded. I'd have to be on my bed, which get your mind out of the gutter. I know you're thinking about it. Anyway, and the thigh squish cam, I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. I don't know. I don't want to get banned, because when I'm playing a game, I have to put my keyboard on top of my desk off my keyboard tray, so I can reach it better, because my mouse doesn't fit on my keyboard tray. Anyway, we'll figure something out. Maybe we'll just do just chatting for a few minutes. But be nice to Zucros, guys. Good night. Mwah. Love you. Bye.